What up, guys? We're alive. We're not missing too much out today. I kind of always have the issue on the Monday streams that I often start it a little bit too late. Last week I didn't even do it, so this time we're gonna have it full. Never mind about the Friday streams, because those have been a little bit inactive lately, but maybe they'll make a comeback. Anyway, let's take a look at the leaderboards. I'm not expecting any big differences this week. Oh, not live arena. Classic arena leaderboards. I'm not expecting any big differences this week. I think the change we saw 2 weeks ago after the pinpoint, I think that's pretty much it. And unless we get some new meta champion, I think it's gonna stay like it is. But I'm expecting again that everybody's gonna be whipping out Nice if they have him. Everybody is also gonna have Marichka. And then we'll see a little bit variance that some people will have some combination of Galatir, Grixia, Gismark and Siegfried. And maybe some Lazarus too, but Lazarus has kind of been actually going out of the classic arena meta. And Comidus, yeah, we're definitely gonna see Comidus. I don't know about Frolny, but he did get buffed. Maybe somebody's gonna use him, but Comidus we will definitely see. It kind of fits in those CC speed teams, just like, you know, Galatir and Grixia and so on. But Comidus does also have turn meter manipulation, and it's super annoying because he does have it on the A1 too, and he can spam it. I think Comidus is one of those champions that he turned out to be a lot better than people originally thought. And people were kind of disappointed actually when they got him, but he's kind of becoming better and better over time. Anyway, let's get into the live arena meanwhile, while I'm waiting for us to get closer. Obviously, as you guys know, you're not gonna see 2-hour flat push stream from me, or I mean, you're gonna see the stream, but you're not gonna see me doing classic arena for 2 hours. If I did 2 hours push in classic arena, I probably would drop out of platinum like 200 times during it. So we're gonna play it smart and push at the end. But yeah, this is the first stream in like, I guess 2 weeks, since there was no Monday stream last week and no Friday stream either for a while. Anyway. Today I'm feeling good though. I had a good sleep and I was already doing some IRL stuff before this, so I'm fully awake, unlike usual. I think I'm gonna try today a lot more that I'm just gonna go for early pick Marius instead of Narcissus, though I hate that I don't have the polymorph. Should I just... Nah, I kind of want to go Rotos and UDK, but... Should I go with Angora and Marius? That would be kind of weird, but let's do it. Angora is gonna be good against Grixia, and probably we're not gonna be able to ban it anyway. What's up, everybody? Marius is great. I've been talking about making like updated live arena tier list for, or like 2 tier lists for supports and for nukers for a while. I should do it this week, but now I finally got to try Marius in practice on my own account, and I think it's very good. I think it's gonna make the highest possible tier for nukers, definitely. And it's kind of similar to Harima, I feel like often, that I want to pick Marius not just because I want to pick it, but almost even more so that the enemy doesn't pick it and destroy my stone skin, because they're gonna go first anyway. I think Duchess is gonna be good against Alas. Do I want to go with Rotos here? I kind of feel like Rotos would actually make sense. Let's go with Rotos. Thanks, no name. It's kind of hard to... Oh, fuck. Did my camera die again? Give me a sec, I'll fix it. Let's go for the Georgie ban. Give me a second. People always complain that I'm too slow with my picks, but I need to stall a little bit time for getting the camera back. Okay, we're good, we're good. Dude, I've been struggling with this camera issue for a while. It just dies on the OBS every time, but I can put it back up, but I don't know why it keeps happening. I have been updating every driver and BIOS and everything. I have no idea what's causing it. I can see that the camera is working. Like in real life, I can see the camera. It didn't freeze, it's just the OBS, and from my testing, it doesn't even freeze on my computer, just in OBS. Anyway, thanks for coming, No Name. I've been having this issue, like, you know, long time. I always cry about it, that I have like good bunch of like regular viewers, but for my channel, doing PvP content in Raid, it's insanely hard to get any new viewers. I'm kind of on like a tough spot because of that. But I'm kind of planning to make some content for upcoming games. I've been talking about that ever since I started making Raid videos, but I think my end game goal is actually to make other videos. But meanwhile, it's, you know, I often hear that comment. I mean, I totally appreciate it, but I often hear that people really like my channel and it's their favorite Raid channel. Yet it's like insanely hard to get any new viewers. It's a little bit frustrating sometimes. Like, Maxan used to be my favorite content creator when he made videos, and before that it was Moneyball. Both of them quit. It's kind of hard to, you know, Raid, even though I like to think that it's a PvP game, I don't think the majority of player base is PvP focused. The endgame players are, but in this game, if you're in endgame, you spend like hundreds of thousands of dollars, or you played this game for 5 years, so that's a very small portion of the player base. Anyway. This fight went super easy. I'm kind of afraid of those Alas teams. The AoE nuke on the first form has like a multiplier of 8. It actually hits insanely hard. And it often one-shots my entire team from full health, since it's a double hitter. But this is one of those rare... Okay, fuck, are we still gonna lose? This is one of those rare occasions where Justice is actually still a little bit relevant. Oh my god. I think we're losing though, fuck. But the Justice passive doesn't really... Ah, fuck, he's just stalling it and he's gonna win. The Justice passive often doesn't do much, but it's good against Alas, I guess, because he doesn't have ignore defense and... one turn and I would have been good. The damage is high on Alas, but it's kind of on the borderline that maybe Justice can take couple hits and save the team, but I guess it wasn't enough, almost enough in this battle. But my Justice has kind of been benched lately a lot. One of the few matchups where I still really like to use her is against Alas. Damn. I totally thought we had it, but the Alas 1 versus 4 does in the end. Well, I mean, it depends what you characterize as doing well. It's for the last year in Raid, it's been a big disappointment for me, because there was a good 6 months where I was literally finishing top 20 every week, and I was even competing for rank 1. And it's been a big downhill from there, and I definitely feel washed up. And since I was doing so well at one time, like anything less than that feels horrible. So I wouldn't say that I'm doing well, but I'm struggling. I mean, I have multiple clanmates that are higher ranked than me in live arena. And I mean, good for them. I wish I was the highest rank in my clan, but that's not the case, and it's not even close. So, should we go with Duchess again? I think we should because of the Polymorph and the Marius AoE. Yeah, okay, let's pick the Revivers early, and now we just have the Nukers left. I think most of the Mythic Nukers are insanely good. There's just a couple ones that are not like top tier for PvP, and of course I had to like pull those. Those had to be the ones that I pulled. It sucks, because Alas is a good example. I think Alas is probably considered one of the worst Mythics for PvP, but it's insanely good, and it's much better than practically anything else except a couple other Mythic champions. I mean, I would definitely say that Alas is better than Rotos at this point. Maybe it's debatable. Rotos can be insanely good in some situations, but you can definitely, you know, compare those two, let's say. And that's Alas being one of the worst Mythics. Could I go for a Marius ban and maybe pick Eva here? I'm sure he does have like lockout as the last one though. No, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know what to pick as the second nuker. Okay. Time picked for me. Yeah, I can show Rotos build, though. If you... Let me double check that it's there. Gizmok. I think we ban it. Yeah, I still... If you look at the description of the stream, there's a link to my optimizer, so you can always find on every video and every stream that I do, you can find a link to all of my builds. Back in the day, when I started making videos, even before Optimizer, I was still always putting my builds in the video. I think I always showed them at the end. I don't do that anymore because it's a lot easier with the Optimizer, but you can definitely still find my builds. What do you guys think about the update that we just got with the achievements? What are your feelings about that? I haven't asked about it too much from other people, but for me it was like kind of random update and they didn't really add anything to the game, it feels like. There's no reward from achievements. I'm sure everybody wants to get more rewards, always, of course, but it feels a little bit weird to have a content where there is no rewards from. Okay, if we don't proc Helm Smasher, I can't kill Siphi, but if I proc it, we will kill it. Even though it looks very tanky. But fully ignoring defense or not would have made a massive difference there. It wouldn't even have taken half of its health if we didn't proc it. Okay, that's a good start. We kind of do have two buff triggers here too. I probably will use one of them right now. Alas could go to the second form and do block damage, but it's gonna do a lot less damage now without defense buff. And we do have buff strip on Rooster too, and he's not very high damage build right now, because we want him in Stone Skin and to have accuracy. But hopefully, I think it's gonna have enough accuracy to buff strip the Alas block damage. What? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, wait, resistance buff, that's like never relevant, except it might literally be relevant in this instance. Fuck. Yeah, he probably can take one hit, and I'm not gonna be able to buff strip that now. Nice, extra turn. Okay, now it's over. Extra turn, and we didn't get enfeeble. Wait, what's up with your name? Twitch confirm bit. Can you elaborate on that one? What's that? By the way, wait, let me double check. Is he streaming? Speaking of other raid content creators, Soul Saint makes content, I think. Okay, is he up? No. Can I find his YouTube? Yeah, like the Biohack was telling me that I should dual stream on Twitch and YouTube. I definitely should have done that ages ago. Okay, that's the guy we fought just now. He makes content. I think he mostly makes streams and not YouTube videos. But he wasn't streaming. I already checked. But yeah, I have never once streamed on Twitch, by the way. I need to get that done with as well. Since you can easily dual stream with some kind of application and you can merge the chats, Biohack and who else? Somebody else was also telling me that I should do it, so I should. What are you talking about, Chase? I'm totally out of the loop. Is that like a name of some Twitch content creator? I'm not gonna lie. I think Twitch is like a I guess there's like a generational gap between Twitch and YouTube, and I think I'm a couple years too old for Twitch, and I'm more of a YouTube user. And I mean, I do use Twitch, but I don't really follow it, if I'm being honest. Like, there's like a couple specific players, and I will check if they are streaming on Twitch, both in Raid and in the past in other games, but I have never been really the type of guy to actively follow Twitch content. Also, I have never been to TwitchCon, and so you guys might know, here's a little bit inside baseball about Raid and YouTube content. Probably some of you guys know a little bit about this. Oh, Comidus, fuck. But so, Ash is by far the biggest content creator in Raid, of course. And he also has like a media agency that, you know, handles with the advertisers and that kind of stuff for content creators. And most of the Raid content creators like have a deal with his company, AMG, and they've asked me multiple times, like I guess there's like 2 TwitchCons per year, and they've asked me multiple times. Every time there's a TwitchCon, they ask me if I'm coming to it, and it's a little bit embarrassing because I'm not really on that level that I would travel to TwitchCon. I have never even streamed on Twitch yet, and I'm just a scrub. I'm not that big time yet, but they keep asking me every time, and they have like some, you know, lists for people that are attending, and they do some events there. But every time there's like a TwitchCon, which is I guess 2 times a year, they ask me if I'm coming, and I kind of need to a bit embarrassingly say that I'm not gonna come. But they're kind of warming me up for it. I'm almost feeling that maybe I should go next time. I guess there's like 1 TwitchCon in US and 1 in Europe every year. I should probably just have that in my bucket list that I will attend it once, even if I'm not like really relevant enough to be there, but I probably should try it once. Okay, that enfeeble kind of saved us. Otherwise we would have been done here. He is 20,000 points, so I shouldn't really expect to win. And he still has the Nice, so even if we have a good start, Nice can easily 1 versus 4 us. But I think a lot of Raid content creators actually go to the TwitchCons. Because I've spoken about it with a few of them, and like when those things happen, and they always ask me if I'm coming or not. I know Biohack of course goes there, but I think Drock and many other people do too. I think I should just do A1, not A2. I'm kind of screwed if I don't get... Oh fuck. That did way more damage than I was expecting. Fuck. Okay, I should have just done the A2. I didn't expect that it would die to the A1. Or I mean, not die to the A1, but it would have died to the A2. Can we polymorph it? Nice. Nice. Okay, we're kind of doing good here. But it's so scary to go against Nice that I know that just because we have a good start, that doesn't mean anything. We can't one-shot the Nice, and it goes to the other form and one-shots us and revives their team. Oh, nice! Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Marius OP, there we go. Marius passive saved the day. I feel like if Marius didn't kill it there with the passive, pretty sure I would have lost the battle. Nice is that OP. Oh, the camera is maybe a little bit too big. It's kind of annoying because I would want the camera to look bigger, but it's annoying if it is in the middle of all of those stats. By the way, where should I place camera? I always have this issue. I think usually everybody puts it on the bottom left corner, but people always struggle with it, and I see some people putting it in like the middle or the middle bottom usually. But I have this classic thing that happens. WhatsApp surfer. I have this classic thing that happens every time I look at the champion stats. Let me show it to you. Like we're talking about some build, and it's one thing if it happens on a stream, but it's way worse if it happens like on where's Marius? It's oh fuck, I misclicked there. It's the worst thing when it happens on like a video and I only recognize it afterwards. But if I'm looking at my gear and I have camera here, and then I click on like a second piece of gear, and now the stats are under the camera. This happens to me way too often. It like happens, and then I'm like, my bad, I ruined the video. Next time I remember to fix it, and then probably like a week after I do the same mistake again. I feel like I should find another spot for the camera, but there isn't really a good one to place it. But by the way, let me show you what I'm working on Marius right now. So I have him at 270 speed. We're kind of focusing more on like speed and accuracy than just full damage. But I think I'm actually gonna go a little bit further than this. As you can see, I'm right now rocking 5-star ring and 5-star boots, so we're not really perfect yet. And these boots are not perfect either, but I think... Wait, not those. Yeah, these boots. I'm gonna chaos dust these to speed, and then I will be pretty fast. Let me show you. These boots don't have crit damage subsets, which kind of sucks and looks a bit dull, but I really want to focus on the speed. Wait, what? I actually put like a preset build. So I remember, this is the build that I want to go with him. Then we will be 294, and this is without the Ascension on the boots. And this is also, you know, I think we could clip these gloves. I'm gonna use a 6-star clip on them, but I also don't have Faction Guardians, 15 from Blessing, and I guess you could even get Empowerment. But if we just get the 12 speed here, then we're gonna be more than 300 speed. And if we get like 5-star Blessing and Faction Guardians, then we would be like 330 plus. Then we would be pretty fast on Marius. But for now he's on this build. Also, it's super nice on Marius, not just the utility with the Enfeeble and Buff Strip and the damage, but him adding the defense buff is actually going a long way on my account, because I haven't really traditionally had any champions with defense buff. Like, the only defense buff I really ever used in Arena is like Mitrala, and Mitrala is not really relevant enough in the current state of the game. Maybe if she was like a mythic and had a second form. So I don't really have defense buff very often, and it does make a huge difference if they're not fully ignoring your defense with like Rotos or Charges. And since I'm building everybody super tanky anyway, having the defense buff from Marius is actually a big deal. Like my Narses, like he gets 1 shot, and then when he has defense buff he gets like 3 shot or 4 shot. Okay, I think we go with Duchess and Angora. I don't know if he's gonna go with like triple Nuker or big Rotos if I do this, but these both revivers would be good against his good against his like Marius and Angora. Maybe I should have picked just Narses and Angora there, because he might still pick it. Dude, maybe they would do a War Mother buff. War Mother used to be a massive meme, but it's a while ago and people kind of already forgot about her at this point. It would be super funny if they did a big rework on her. I would be totally on board with that. I would want to see War Mother being a meta champion. Okay, he did pick the Narses, fuck. And I have the Duchess with Bolster now, and he already has 1 buff stripper, and I mean 1 lockout and probably gonna pick another. 2 buff strippers too, but I don't think we can even ban the Angora here. I mean the Narses. I probably have to go for Narses ban though. Unless he picks like Comidus or Gizmok. By the way, where do you guys think is a good place to put the camera? There just isn't a good spot for it on the screen. Yeah, thanks Dustin, but at this point, you know, there's tons of people with very good gear. Pretty much everybody that we battle is good gear, apart from like very rare occasions we meet like level 80 player with full like empowered mythic team. But around my rank everybody has pretty much played the game for 5 years, most people at least. So it's not really that much better than most people on my like matches. I used to think about, or it used to be the case that my gear was definitely a lot better than average, but at this point I don't think it's really that much better, and often they are just as good gear as me, honestly. Wait, I did say what's up, Surfer. I did say what's up. What do you mean? Are you streaming right now? Let me double check. Okay, you're not streaming, okay. I did check for Soul Saint's stream before because we had a battle with him as well. But yeah, what's up everybody? I guess there was multiple comments about that. let's check the leaderboards after this battle. I looked them at the start of the screen, but probably there has been little changes in 40 minutes. Health issues? Like, I don't know if you want to elaborate, but if you can, like, what do you mean? Like, what kind of stuff? You guys probably have seen sometimes that I have actually kind of big allergies. Sometimes I don't have like symptoms at all, but sometimes when I do a live arena video, I have to like cut like 30 times of me sneezing and having absolute like episodes and meltdowns. I do have a little bit issues with health stuff myself, so sometimes too. But I'm sure it could be way worse. Yeah, going with triple reviver feels kind of like a dumb thing. But I didn't really know what to pick against this guy. What are you talking about, Dustin? I live in Finland. Or do you mean somebody else? I have actually never been to US in my life. I'm sure I will visit it sometime, but for now I have never been there. Maybe for that TwitchCon that I was talking about before, but we'll see about that. Damn, if Rotos had slightly more HP, he wouldn't get one shot, but now he's still gonna... That's gonna happen. I really need more like heals. Like, we have a bunch of revivers, but nobody of them really does heals. The Sifi heals on the passive, they are so good. Like, they actually go so long way in PvP, especially like in general, of course, but especially with Rotos and his passive. We're not really getting any turns on Rotos, and then we instantly get one, but before this it wasn't really happening. Okay, I don't know if this is like a bad, I don't know how to say that word. Bad premonition? Something like that. That we're doing so well right now. Are we gonna absolutely suck during the flat push? But so far we're doing pretty good on the live arena session. 4 wins, 1 loss, and we even beat the Verdan guy with 20,000 points, and everybody was alive. I think that battle probably was close because Nice can one-shot our entire team, but nobody in our team even died against him. But so far, so good. Yeah, I'm a godless and childless bastard. I don't have any of those yet, and it's probably 10 years too early for me to even think about that. Money daddy is rank 1. That kind of... That's great PvP in a nutshell. I don't know if that's what he meant with the name, but it's kind of spot on. Okay, we have top 4 Mad, both of the clans, not just the Mad, but also the whatever you call it, ET Mad or the second clan. I was looking at, you know, not to be, let me show it to you actually. Let's get back to the leaderboards in a second. I was looking at the Mad roster when somebody, I don't want to say his name, but somebody in it was asking, somebody in Mad was asking me about like who I know there, and there's like hardly any accounts that I recognize anymore. I was looking at the names, like who of these people were in Mad when I joined it, and This happens to all clans in the game, by the way. Not mad, but it's kind of weird thing to think about. So out of these people who played the game when I joined was Telkaron and Infinite, and I don't think there was anybody else in the origin. Gypsy too. I think Gypsy played. Maybe. At least he has been in it for a long time, but I think outside of those, there's nobody else that played here since I joined. TP was super long time too, but I don't think he was in Mad when I joined. And so I think there's only 2 people in the first clan, and then there's like 1 guy in the second clan. By the way, if you guys have ever seen the damage calculator that I always talk about, which is linked in my Discord on useful information channel. Where is it? Yeah, that insane calculator is made by this guy. Shout out to Stealth. I think there's like 3 people in Mad that was there when I joined, and he's the 3rd one. I think that's the state of the game, that the player base is kind of like shuffling around a lot, and many people quit the game and come back, but it's kind of weird to look at the clan that I was in for a long time, and I can't really recognize hardly any names in it. Anyway, so let's see the leaderboards. It's definitely better teams than 14 minutes ago. Yeah, pretty much the same old. I don't know if we're gonna see any, what was he called? Odin? I don't think there was any Odin 2 weeks ago, but I didn't check if there was any of them last week. But at the same token, I was just talking about the fact that, you know, I have spoken about this many times and some people will get mad at me. But like I said, there's like 3 people in the clan that were in it when I joined. There might be a couple other people and they just have different names that I don't recognize. But let's say that it's 3 people. This guy is a rare exception. With 2022 like a batch, that like that's when the account was created. If you look at the top accounts, most of them actually are still 2019. And I think it very big part to do with this fact is that most of these accounts have been sold many times. Okay, here's a 2021. That's kind of rare. Most of these, okay, another 2021. Holy moly! Like when I look at my live arena opponents, and it's been a thing that I've been kind of curious about. Another 2021. Holy. At least in live arena, like it is very rare for me to see any players that didn't start in 2019. Most of these accounts are old accounts that have been sold many times. But okay, looks like in Platinum Arena it's a little bit different than in live arena. There's quite many people that are not 2019 in the top 20 leaderboards. I guess the Mythic Champions go a long way, and the new item sets that made the old ones obsolete, but I was kind of expecting that there would be like 15 people with 2019 tag and like couple people without it, but looks like there was like, I don't know, 5 players with 2021 2021 batch. Holy moly. What do you guys think about that? I should do a poll, not on the stream but on my channel, like what batches people have. But I think I made a poll like that long time ago, and I think it was something like, I don't know, 85% of my viewers have played the game since the beginning. That's how it was in the poll at least, but anyway. Oh, we didn't drop out of plat yet either. That's another thing I've been noticing lately, that this always goes back and forth and changes a little bit. But unlike the last 2 days of the week, the ranking or the points to be in plat, they go up a lot. It's kind of annoying that you have to do a lot of battles in the last 2 days just to keep up. But on the last day, I feel like they don't go up that much. I don't know what's the reason. Is it just that everybody is sleeping right now and they pushed yesterday and not right now? But they're not really going that much up in the end. And the point difference between like rank or like gold to 5 and rank 100 or rank 20, it's actually kind of small. But the difference between top 20 and rank 1 is actually kind of huge. It's a lot bigger than it used to be. Like there was metas where the difference between top 100 and rank 1 could be less than 100 points. Like that this thing was normal. But right now I think there's several 100-point difference between top 100 or top 20 and rank 1. And even top 20 and top 100, with those two there's not a big difference. It's really the top 20 to rank 1 is a massive gap. Right now, like, I'm 347. You can't see it because the camera is messing with it. But rank 1 is like 250 points higher than me. And okay, let's see what's the top 20. Yeah, so top 20 would be like 100 points, but then rank 1 is 250 points. And I think this has mostly to do with the fact that the mythics are so OP and there's a massive difference between the defense teams. Some people don't get hit, and some people lose every single battle in defense. Give me a sec. Yeah, that was my allergies that I was talking about. I don't really want to have like a massive sneeze on the stream. Oh nice, we're against a clanmate. By the way, shout out to Arena HRs. We are a super active clan in live arena. I fight against my clanmates all the time. It's nice to see. And I usually lose against my clanmates too. We beat the 20,000 points RC Verdun guy, but I'm sure we're gonna lose to DTC. I think it says a lot about the clan, don't you think? Yeah, and probably he's also watching this, so I don't know if I can really speak up about my train of thought here. Yeah, I'm really having a hard time deciding what the early pick is. Let's go with the Wukong and Marius again. Wait, who is trolling Wu? What are you talking about? Okay, let me catch up to the comments. I didn't read them for a second. I was kind of ranting there. I always go on like tirades when I get heated about things. Yeah, I think me and Ken Pachi were both crying about the fact that we wasted our tokens on 6-star dodges. I think Siphi is great, but it's not really popular. Not even popular. Siphi is not used in the classic arena defense meta at all right now, which is a kind of a new thing. There has never been a meta since Siphi was released where she wasn't the top champion in classic arena defense, but she's still one of the best picks in live arena. So I guess it's only meta in one of the game modes. What do we want to pick? We have to go with double reviver because he got the Armand, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, TV is good, but not as good as he used to be. Wait, Delon, what do you mean about this? You mean that like as a meme, or you mean like actually? I mean, I don't want to talk crap about him if that actually literally happened, but depends what you mean by that. Wait, were you implying that Anonymous was T-Swift? I know they are not the same person, because I have been banned from T-Swift's Twitch channel like maybe 4 years or something like that, and I was very friendly with Anonymous. He was like always messaging me about things, so I'm sure they're not the same person. Okay, he went with Rotos. What do we want to do? Do we have to go with Narcissus? I guess we do, but we're gonna get destroyed by Rotos A2. Now let's just go with Galleos. My Galleos is not in the greatest damage build right now, but let's give him a go. But yeah, the thing about mad names, I don't think there's trolling, but I think people mean different things by trolling. I mean, I think it's been like a mad tradition. Maybe actually, honestly, I think I probably had something to do with it, but people change the name and troll with them all the time. Like, I used to do it even before I joined MAD. I used to do it a lot, actually. And when I was in MAD, I was always doing that, and many of my friends were doing it too, that we were changing names all the time to like troll people, and it's not like just because they're putting some random name of some other person, it's not always that they have like a massive beef with them. It can be like a positive thing too, but I think it's just funny to change the name, since you can do it in raid with almost no cost, and they allow lots of symbols, and multiple people can have visually the exact same name. That's how raid has been coded, because there's like, I don't know if I should open with the A3 actually. Because there's like letters that if you put in your name, they are omitted in game. So basically 2 people can have the exact same name visually, and the other one will have a couple hidden characters. I think that's fun. I think that was kind of smart thing to do from raid. I don't think they did that intentionally, but it kind of turned out to be that way. But since you can do that, it's a thing that Platinum pushers like to do, that you troll with the names, and it's, you know, it's fun. There's no cost, and it's not that big deal if somebody takes your name. Like, one good example, I don't know if you guys remember this one, maybe some people do. Ah, fuck. We got killed by the Odin nuke. Marius didn't get it. Okay, we lost this one. Like, there was that big drama when you talking about T-Swift. There was that big drama when, I think there was like a, correct me if I get something slightly wrong, but there was like a dungeon, I don't remember, some kind of tournament, like dungeon farming tournament or champion training tournament or something like that. And the reward was a Krisk, I think. And Krisk used to be one of the best champions in the game at that time. And Hell Hades changed his name so that he wouldn't get sniped or something like that. And then T-Swift took his name, and there was a massive drama about it, and Hell Hades was asking Plarium to protect the content creators, or he made some kind of, you know, statement that was a little bit, you know, it sounded, it rubbed people the wrong way, and it was, you know, a little bit entitled. And then people were memeing about that for months and months, and I also partook in that, and I used to troll with my names too. There was me and one other guy in my old clan, and we used to do like, we used to both have the same name, and we pushed plat with like, I've told this story before, so probably some of you are getting a little bit repetition here, but we were both changing our in-game name to Hell Hades Nuts, and we were both, you know, pushing like top 20 or top 50. And there was one reset, like during when this thing was going on, where Hell Hades was pushing, and I hit him couple times, won, and he hit me once, and he lost to my defense, when my name was Hell Hades Nuts. And he was saying that he's gonna do a video about, like, he said before that he's gonna push that week, and he's gonna make a video about it. And I was so waiting to get, like, appear on his video, but he never did a video on that week. I feel like I was robbed from my moment of glory and trolling. It would have been like an epic trolling if I got on the video, but I'm pretty sure because of that thing he didn't make the video. So anyway, old war stories. Xenogenesis is super good, but this team doesn't seem that scary outside of her. It's super good in combination with like Gizmak and Gizmak, Lazarus and Comidus though. Yeah, so okay, so many people asked about that. So the trolling with the name last week. First of all, the guy that was going by the name Mad Shinny, he got rank 2. In most people's pictures it showed that he won, and many people DM'd me about it and tagged me in different discords that did I win, where's the video about it. It wasn't me, it was just some mad guy trolling, and like I said, it's always been a tradition there to switch the names and have fun with that. I don't think it's really like a mad thing, but it's like all the PvP players have been doing it forever. But it wasn't me, I don't drive, it was somebody else. I didn't win, and the guy with like a Shinny name, he actually got rank 2 and not rank 1. I mean, I think 5-star blessing is super good, but on champions that build accuracy anyway, you don't need it as much as you want it on other champions for polymorph, and I don't think Loki is good enough to actually be used in PvP. Like, obviously depends on your account and the level of enemy players, but if we talk about like gold 5 in classic arena even, or let's say gold 3 or 4 in live arena, it doesn't have any relevancy. Maybe if he could ignore Stone Skin, then he would definitely get used, but since he doesn't do that, and there's multiple people with Lockout that ignore Stone Skin or just Buff Strip and some other very strong utility, he's not even remotely comparable to the alternatives. Okay, can we get a 10 here? Are we gonna lose to Aleorios? That's like 3 years old meta. Come on. Let me survive this one. Fuck. And he's gonna proc the passive and he has the Wukong too, so it's kind of looking bad for us. I don't know if I should have done the revive there, but I think that cleanse makes more sense. Maybe I can take one nuke. Yeah, okay, it's like Hydra and PvE stuff, I don't even follow that if I'm being honest, so I'm sure he's good there, but that's not really what I look out for. Damn, I don't think... Can we make a turn? No. He's slapping me so hard with the Shuchen and Mikage. Okay. We were doing well, but now we had 2 losses in a row. That team doesn't even look that scary, but I guess he was a lot faster than me. And you know, for some reason it has almost been like slightly controversial. I don't know why it is for some people, but as some of you might know, because I have always talked about it, and I haven't considered it a negative thing, but I guess some people do. But since I made my own clan, like, so as you guys know, I mean, I used to be in Mad, I was there for 3 years, very long time, and then they reshuffled the clan, and they removed like half of the clan, basically, like at least like double digit number of people, and I guess that mostly had to do with like Hydra and competing in like non-arena stuff like CVC and Hydra Clash. And obviously, you know, I was kind of tanking the clan down in those two content, so it's, you know, understandable. But so when I was thinking about the options, what clan I want to join in, or am I gonna make my own clan? And I was actually wanting to make my own clan for quite a long time, and I had talked about it with the Mad Leader multiple times, and it almost happened like a year ago or something like that. But oh fuck, I hate Carnage. I hate Carnage. And I can't pick Duchess here either. Fuck. I feel like I'm a little bit screwed. Anyway, so I got many good offers from like the top clans actually, and they were asking me if I want to join. But I kind of had the thought in my mind that I don't want to join another top clan and then again get some, you know, complaints or some, you know, like drama or some, you know, bad feelings about me not doing a lot of CVC or Hydra points. So basically my plan from the get-go was that I either join clan that doesn't care about them, or I make my own new clan that has explicit like point of not mandating any points in Hydra class or CVC. Fuck. Who do I think we go for Carnage ban. I'm a little bit scared of the Narcissus block revive though if I do it, but I think we'll go for it. So I ended up making my own clan, and in my clan we were thinking about this before I made my own clan. I was kind of weighing the options, and in my clan we have switched the physical clan that we are in like one time now, but like maybe like every 3 months we do it, and that way we basically win every Hydra class, and every Hydra class we win, and most CVCs we win too. We have very high win ratio on both of them, and since we switched the clans, we reset our like matchmaking rating, and we kind of cheese it and have a good time, basically winning every battle. Who do I want to polymorph here? I think we go for the Narcissus. Yeah, both of his nukers are gonna go before my Eva, which is a good thing actually. Oh fuck. UDK, I forgot about that. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I can kill both UDK and one of the nukers actually. But yeah, so I don't have a lot of pressure on Hydra right now, because in my clan we don't take it that seriously. I mean, we want to get the rewards, and we have probably the highest win ratio out of the like top 100 clans, if you were to ask me. I mean, I'm definitely getting more loot than I was getting in Mad, but we are kind of cheesing it, and some people would say that we're cheating because we're switching the clan and we're getting easy enemies, and we're not really doing it the hard way. Let me know how you feel about that, but sometimes I get some like negative DMs that people hate that we're cheating in Hydra class and we're switching clans and we're making mockery out of that. Obviously, you know, that's some specific players that... Who do I want to block revive? I can do double block revive now. UDK and Harima, or UDK and... I think we go for UDK and Harima. Probably Narcissus wouldn't die. But some people sometimes... Wait, what? Did I weak it? Do I not have my Eva geared? Huh? I'm sure I weak hit on the Harima. Yeah, so sometimes I get some negative messages about that. That we're cheating and we're ruining the day of some like some upcoming clans, but that's what we're doing. It's true, it's true. Okay, I have to check. Did I not have gear on the Eva? I was kind of in the middle of my rant and I was kind of half paying attention to the hit, but I'm pretty sure I weak hit, or I didn't crit there. Did I remove a piece of gear from Eva? Okay, you guys saw what happened. Tell me what happened. Okay, I'll read the comments after this. I went to long tirade about that thing and I didn't I didn't read the comments. I'm sure there's a lot of questions. Give me a second. I think we're gonna get another loss now. So good start and now I'm on a massive, not massive, but maybe 3 battle loss streak. I thought the Eva was gonna for sure kill the Harima. Even with the Harima passive, I feel like 1 hit should have been enough there. Okay. I give up. It's lost. Okay, let's see what people say about us cheating in Hydra Clash. Yeah, what's up, Akuma? Thanks. I hope you're pushing as well, but I don't know if you push for that or not. Yeah, I've seen people talk about like the Loki in Hydra. To be honest, I haven't watched any of those videos, but I've heard people talking about it and I've seen the thumbnails, so I guess that's a thing. Yeah, so yeah, Leadfoot kind of explained, but we have like 2 clans, so okay, let's look at the Hydra. So it works a little bit different for both Hydra, normal CVC and Sieges. They all seem to have their own ways to like do the matchmaking. But if we talk about the normal CVC, everybody manipulates the normal CVC, so you guys probably know how that works, but it's literally based on the score that you did last time. So let's say that my clan does 5.5 million points in CVC. The next CVC, we're gonna get the enemy clan that did closest to our points. Now there's some additional rules that I think you can get the same clan for like 3 CVCs after the last time that you fought them. So there might always be like, you don't literally get the closest clan, but there might be a couple clans that are not eligible to fight each others, and it might be like 1 clan off from the one that you're thinking, but basically you're gonna get the clan closest to your points. Now how it works in Hydra is that I think it takes from, I don't know if it's the last 3 weeks or last 4 weeks, but it takes like the average points and then it like balances it over time. So it's not based on the points that you did in the last Hydra class. And if you go to a new clan that has been inactive on Hydra, you basically start out with meeting like clans that have like one player that is even eligible to do Hydra, and then you work your way up. And from what we have now found from testing, and which I basically knew from like talking about it with other people that have done it, and this is not very popular, like we're not very common knowledge and not commonly done by other clans, and basically no other top clan is doing it. But if you switch Hydra clan every 3 months, you can basically have very easy time and then slowly climb up in the rankings. Right now we're like in the 3-month mark, that it probably would be time for us to switch the clan again. Maybe this week or maybe next week or some time in the near future. But we basically do that and we have a good 3-month run and we basically never lose the Hydra class. And we have one guy in our clan, I mean couple people that can do very good points, but we have one guy in the clan, Dian. He can do like 70 billion points on his hard key, so he can kind of get us the win at the end, and we have been a little bit relying on him. But we're mostly relying on the strategy that we switch clans and we get easy wins. I have made a video about this before. I probably should make another one now, as like I think the video that I made was before the clan, or when we started the clan. I should make a follow-up video explaining how good the strategy is. It's a super good one. It's basically used almost by nobody though. It's a little bit hassle because when you switch the clan, you need to get every single member to move the other one at the same time. You only have like a couple hours during the Hydra reset. And then when you have the normal CVC and now Siege is kind of complicating things, it's It's a little bit messy, but since Siege is only every 2 weeks, it's actually totally doable. Now the one thing that it actually did mess up with the Sieges, that we have been kind of debating in my clan if we want to keep doing it or not, but when the Sieges were released, we switched our clan like the second week, like after the first Siege we switched the clan, and we started from tier 6 in Sieges, in the original clan, and in the current clan we are in right now, we started from the lowest tier in the Sieges, and we wanted to be in the highest tier, and I was hoping that we would very fast and easily climb up, because basically nobody's winning a single battle against us. But that hasn't been the case. It was kind of slow to climb at the start. Like basically in the lower tiers you get a lot less points from wins, and then you get more points in the higher ones. So now we're climbing a lot in the Sieges, but at the start we weren't, and that was kind of bumming out a lot of our clan members, that we didn't really want to be low tier in Siege, just in Hydra class, not in Sieges. But now it's almost a non-issue at this point. But basically we're like winning every Hydra class, and Siege, I think there's been like a couple times where we were maybe like rank 2, maybe once or twice, I don't even recall. But basically every single Hydra class we got rank 1. We won every Siege, and there's been a couple of CVCs where we didn't win, but we basically have the highest win ratio out of any of the upper level clans, I'm pretty sure. Because nobody else is really doing this strategy. Okay, Blackbird, that's an argument. I kind of understand it, but let me ask you this. Have you guys in your clan, ever in normal CVCs, you have decided that we can't win this battle, and we do low points on purpose so that we get easier opponent next time? Every single clan does that, and we're pretty much doing the same thing on Hydra. We're just doing it maybe a little bit more hardcore, but it's the same exact concept. So I have heard that comment many times, but all of those same people do the same thing, so I don't really accept that argument, to be honest. Oh fuck. I hate the goddamn Mesomel. Let's go with triple nuker and see if that does it. But like I always say, don't hate the player, hate the game. If Plarium wants people to not try hard the matchmaking in CVC, Hydra class or Sieges, they are welcome to change the mechanics. I mean, they should do it, but they are not doing it, so. But literally every single clan in the game manipulates normal CVC, because it takes a lot less effort than doing it on a Hydra class, so I don't really accept that argument, to be honest. No offense, but I don't really accept it. But I understand why it would feel like that we're like taking advantage of the mechanics, which is exactly what we are doing, but it is what it is. Other people are taking advantage of it in different ways. Some people have better accounts than others. Like, this game is not like fair by any means. We're not playing like League of Legends where everybody has access to all the same resources. So, you know, somebody might have spent like couple million to get Mythic Champions, and somebody else might switch the clan so that they can win and get some stone skin. It is what it is. And I'd rather play smart than hard, so come at me. Okay, Nico, we can debate that part too if you want, but that's not true. Like, nobody that was pushing in Blath during that time thinks that that's the case. It was about the meta. In that meta, I actually had some good champions. I didn't have the meta teams. I was basically, you know, inventing the meta and creating it. But it had nothing to do with the clan. There was one reset where I guaranteed I would have gotten rank 1 if I wasn't in Mad, because I had the best defense in the game. I got 18 attacks in my defense. Wait, it's over, right? Yeah, okay. I got 18 attacks in my defense in one reset, and I won 16 of them. And it was only the top players from IPR attacking me, and they were losing to my defense. That was like the 1 week after Bolster was released, and I basically had come up with a new strategy that nobody knew about, except, you know, I explained it in the clan, but nobody else was doing it. And I was running like a super high resistance Mitrala with Frostbite and Polymorph in the time when there was like lots of new mechanics. And I basically, you know, my defense won every single battle, like, apart from like 2. That time, if I wasn't in Mad, if I was clanless or in any other clan, I for sure would have won, because I would have gotten attacked a lot by Mad members and I would have won them. But the argument about the clans, it makes some difference sometimes, but you need to also take into account that Mad just has more active players pushing than most of the other clans, but the other clans are, you know, collaborating together. So it's not like it's just Mad and then it's free for all. It's all of the other top clans versus Mad. So, but that debate always, people always bring it up that Mad is cheating, but I don't think Mad not attacking their clan members is cheating, and I also don't think that other clans colluding and making alliances, neither one of those is cheating or wrong in any way, and that's part of the game when you're trying to win and try hard. Okay, I think after this battle, let's take a look at the classic leaderboards again. Anyway, if you have any arguments, then hit me. I'm not gonna like get offended or anything like that, but people have made the same comments many times, and I'm kind of very stuck in my ways, and I don't think there's any good arguments that would sway me, but you're feel free to try. But from the time where I was doing well, first of all, like my defense logs from all of those times are like publicly posted, so you can inspect the defense logs and offense logs. Both of them are posted. But I just had strong teams. That's how it was. Now the meta has kind of moved on, and I don't really have the champions to play in this meta. Like specifically my defense team. If I had a good defense team, my offense isn't the best, but that's not the issue. The issue is that I get attacked so many times. If I had a good defense team, I could still finish top 20. I'm sure about that. I think that's a Nuke Wukong. I'm kind of feeling like going with Eva, but he could go for a second lockout. Should I just go with Rotos and UDK? Like, so if you want people to attack their clanmates, that's kind of the same thing like the CVC argument that everybody is manipulating the points in normal CVC. Every clan is doing it. If you don't win, you do low points on purpose so you win next time. The exact same thing happens in Classic Arena. Nobody is attacking their clanmates. Like Mad isn't, and even like top 500 clan, they are not gonna attack their clanmates. If they do, it's by accident, but obviously if you attack your clanmates on purpose, that's not good for the clan, and it's gonna create drama, and you know, nobody does it on purpose, so everybody is not hitting their clanmates, including Mad, and that has been done before them, and right now everybody else is doing it too, so it's nothing new that Mad invented not attacking the clan members. The thing that Mad does different is that they have a large collection of like strong accounts and active players that are pushing Plat on them, which is kind of unique to Mad, but it's not like other clans haven't done it in the past, but right now they definitely are the best at it. Can we kill the Rotos? Like, can we, does this count? Okay, we couldn't even, we couldn't even one-shot it, damn. Okay, that's not good. And like, I'm neutral in the fact that it's like attacking clan members good or bad thing, but I would say to you guys that if it's such a bad thing, you should try to convince Plarium to do it, because if they want, they could just like put blind matchmaking system, or there's so many ways that you could do this. And by the way, I have asked Plarium for blind arena for years. I have made multiple videos about it. I have asked the community managers to implement blind arena many times. Like those like I don't think there's really anybody else that have tried to get blind arena apart from like, you know, Rock and couple other arena content creators, but I have actually tried to do something about that, and not because I have any issue with it, but I think it would just be more interesting. But you're kind of barking at the wrong tree. But it's definitely not like not any way wrong to not attack your clanmates. If anything, the opposite. Okay, let's see the leaderboards. Also, there has been alliances before Mad was even created, and there has been multiple alliances after that, and there's alliances right now, so... Okay, we have finally dropped out of Plat. Let's see the top 20. Okay, now that we're talking about Mad, let's see how many Mad is in top 20, since it's topical. Okay, so there's like 8 non-Mad players in top 20, and basically all of the other clans that you see here, they don't attack each other, they only attack Mad, so... But, you know, of course for other reasons too, I wish I would get couple very specific pulls, and I would really want to show you guys that it's not about the clan. If you have a good defense team, you can make it to top 20 and the high ranks. It's mostly about your teams, not about the clan. It does make some difference at the highest levels, because you might get targeted more or less because of that. But if you have a really strong team, that might even work in your favor if you get attacked a lot. So, and there has been times when people that are not in any of the big clans and not even part of the anti-Mad alliances, that they get rank 1 because they have a really good defense team and they keep winning. But as far as the teams go here, it's like, it's the same old. Rank 1 is with Marius, which is a little bit odd, but I suspect that he's gonna change the team afterwards, but who knows. I would be really surprised if he has Marius defense like in the end. Usually people change their team around 30 minutes and they put their actual team, and they might even do another switch around like 5 to 10 minutes left. Kind of like if they get farmed a lot, if you're like one of the top guys, then they switch the teams, because people like they find a specific defense that you know that you can't lose against and is a good farm, and then you just keep refreshing and looking for that specific player. And if they switch their team, even if it's not necessarily better team, but maybe the couple people that were farming them stop it, and it can be like practical. Okay, let's do at least one more, probably couple more live arena battles. Actually, let's get to Blood first, so that I get the extra boost for live arena. I'm definitely not going for Odin. I think he's pretty good. I don't think he's gonna be like top meta. I think I understand why, you know, Mad is the top dog and people, you know, want to I guess balance it out. But the fact stands that it's not really, you know, nobody's attacking your clanmates. It is kind of a douche move. Now, I have done it a few times by accident, and I feel super bad about it. So, it's like, nobody wants to attack their clanmates, and if you do, then you're probably not in the right clan, because you probably don't like your clanmates. But the best way around it would simply be that Plarium starts doing some updates in PvP. I want to see a lot of things for Classic Arena and Live Arena, and they could simply enable blind Classic Arena. That, let's say that when you're in Platinum, you can see people's names, and I have made videos about that. We have made a long video where we went through it with Trock. But if they didn't show the player name, if they didn't show player power, the blessings, basically if they only showed the champions and nothing else, I think that would actually be very good for the game. It would enable a lot of strategies, and it would also do the same thing that people hate, which is the fact that people have like mad attack and it's too OP or something like that. But I think not just for that reason, but for other reasons, Blind Arena would be good. Plarium just isn't doing it. So, but the fact that you can, for instance, see the enemy blessings, I think it's kind of bad, because since you can see the blessings, people always go with Polymorph because it's the best in vacuum. But if you couldn't see enemy blessings, they might have some weird blessings that like surprise you and get random wins, and it would kind of make the defense teams a little bit better, honestly, because some people might be running some other strategies than Polymorph, and you would assume that they have everybody in Polymorph, but maybe they are like stacking temporal chains and they have a surprise speed team or like other stuff. I have spoken about these too many times, so if you have seen a lot of my videos, you probably have heard me make this argument too many times for your own liking. There's so many things that they could do with Live Arena and Classic Arena. Live Arena tournaments, they should do seasons, events in Live Arena. Both of them need like new rewards. They could have quests with them, or make these new achievements, but make them like harder, and quest lines and rewards. There are so many small things that they could do to spice them up. We need to get the leaderboards from Classic Arena. You should be able to see for the entire next week who were the top players, what were their defense teams, what were their builds, what were their battle logs. If we saw all of this, it would be super interesting. It would be good for content. It would be good for players, that they can see what kind of strategies the top accounts are running, and it would just make the PvP a lot more interesting. And it would also deter cheating, and if some clan was losing to their clan members on purpose to boost them, then you would expose that too. I have spoken about that a few times, and some people get triggered by it, but I don't see why you would be against that, apart from one very obvious reason, of course. Anyway. I think Odin is good. I don't think it's on the same level as the top mythics, but like Blackbird pointed out, you could definitely run full void teams or void heavy teams, and all of the main speed boosters like Chu Chen and Sifi, or even stuff like Yumeko, those are void champions, so the aura is actually insane on him. And the fact that he's like a support with also a damage skill is kind of interesting utility. But in practice, he does get locked out. Mythics don't get locked out the same way, and that's the reason why you see basically only mythics and champions that can be useful with their passive abilities. You see those in the top defense teams like Maritska plus mythics plus UDK. That's basically the meta. This is not like complicated high IQ secret stuff that I'm spouting here. So I was gonna go with Marius, but should we go with Rotos and UDK? No, let's go with both of them. No UDK. Maybe we can get rid of the Marius passive. Or maybe he's gonna pick UDK. Okay, I'm starting to regret that I didn't go UDK. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, Pinpoint is insanely good right now. All of the new stuff like Commodus and Gizmark and so on, it was a huge boost for those champions. Specifically those two, because Gizmark is maybe a little bit different, but they're basically nukers that you don't have to build as nukers, especially Commodus, since you're dealing damage with bombs and you don't have to go for the normal stats. Oh fuck, I was too slow. Yeah, it changes things a lot since they can get the pinpoint set and they don't even need to have lethal, so you could go with pinpoint and stone skin on both Commodus and Gizmark. Yeah, Gizmark, maybe half of the reason for that is that he does the decreased defense too, so even though you are gonna do a normal nuke in the second form, but you don't need lethal to kill people. It depends what you mean by fuck. Okay, we need Helm Smasher proc, otherwise we're done. Okay, good. You can reduce Narcissus max. Oh fuck. You can reduce Narcissus max HP. That is kind of devastating for him. Like if you can do Rotos A2 on him or something like that. You can not have shields on your team. If you have like tanky champions and defense buff, Narcissus is not gonna one-shot you. Or if you just have super tanky champions, that by itself is good enough to deal with him. So I don't think Narcissus is like, and there's many other ways. I don't think Narcissus is like impossible to counter, but you don't even need to hard counter him to win him. But he's always kind of good, let's say. But it's not the type of thing that if you don't counter him, you lose. He's always useful, but there's not like UDK that you can pick against him that makes him totally useless. Okay, who do we want to kill here? Actually, I think we go A1 on the Lazarus. Yeah, fish for that extra 10, but we didn't get it. Both the Sifi and Lazarus would have pulled revive. Anyway, that was long dramas about the clan thing and CVC cheating and everything else. I feel like we're gonna lose this one. If I had the A2, we would be good, but I don't think Narses can leave to take another turn. Can we lock out the Taras? Okay, not. Yeah, Harma passive can be kind of good against Narses too, but you don't need like one specific... Ah, fuck. CFA 1, okay, we lost. You don't need like one specific thing to beat him. I think that's a loss. Yeah, CFA 1 ruined us. Okay, 20 minutes, I don't think... Should I risk one battle? Let's do one battle, but if it takes too long, I'm just gonna leave it. We're gonna go for a 10-minute push like I have been for a while. Unless you guys have any questions, because now would be the best time to just chill and talk instead of actively playing. What? I'm getting boosted in my defense. Couple random teams. Dude, there's a Patrick. I lost to Patrick in my last live arena video, and I'm still not over that humiliation. I'm gonna have nightmares about Grand Dog Patrick. Dude, I haven't even looked at stuff. Okay, let's see. I never go for tournament wins. I don't even look at the normal events unless it's like a fusion. I'm not gonna lie about that. It's literally first time me even looking my tournament here. Rank 1 is 10,000 points. That's not that much, is it? But maybe it is. It's a lot less than people usually have in champion training tournament, but I guess this is a chase and not training. You guys tell me, is 10,000 points a lot or not? I'm obviously not partaking in this. Am I going for the event for it? Like the what do you even call them? The Titan event? No, I'm not doing it. I don't have the resources. I literally wouldn't be able to do this even if I wanted to. And not like I care about the soul for him at all. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Thinking backwards, if I could go back in time, I literally would skip the entire fusion. I would just farm Chaos Dust instead. It was not even worth it for me to go for the fusion, unless I happen to pull a dupe of him and I can get the last level of Barbarian Faction Guardians, which would be very good, but that's the only reason why I did it in the first place. Yeah, I guess 10k points is a little bit low. I kind of assume so. I'm not exactly sure how the matchmaking goes in tournaments. People often talk about it, but I don't do high points in tournaments, so I might have lower matchmaking rating than most people watching the stream, to be honest. So, what about you guys? Are most people going for the Titan event? Let's do a poll about that one. I do like the mechanics that you can do polls on streams. I guess I do them pretty often, to be honest. Almost every stream that we do couple polls. Okay, let's see. If you guys are doing the Titan events, explain me, why are you going for them? Like, this specific champion, do you really need to get a 5-star soul on him? You never get the 6-star souls from these events anyways, and I don't think Thor is like a meta champion. And it's insanely hard to actually complete these events. It takes a lot of work. Yeah, I guess if you have the resources it makes sense, but I kind of like to take these times as like chill period, because we're gonna have another fusion very soon anyway, and I'm gonna have a hard time enough doing that one if I do it. So I think learning from the Thor fusion, I might skip the next fusion unless it's actually good, but I'm kind of past the point where I really care about the fusions that much. Like, I always speak about the fact that I want to... Where can I move myself? That I want to finish the Faction Guardians. I'm starting to be pretty close to being done with them. I have like couple factions that are 10 out of 10. And then I have tons of factions that are like 8 out of 10. So if I could get like one Barbarian or one Skinwalker and so on, those would be big deal. I really want to, especially the factions where you have relevant champions like Marius on Skinwalkers and Armans on Barbarians and so on. Okay, 15 minutes. Yeah, it's about time to start. Wait, I'm already ranked 200. This is what we were talking about in the start of the stream, that there's a massive gap between, like, there's a very small gap between gold 5 and rank 100 or even rank 20, but there's actually a very big gap between rank 1 and rank 20, which is kind of unusual. Okay, let's see. So rank 20 right now is 4.4k, so we need like 150 points for that, and rank 1 is 150 points after that. So the difference between rank 200 and rank 20 is the same as 20 to rank 1. And I guess I can't really check what's the cutoff for gold 4, but I would guess that the difference between rank 200 and gold 5 is maybe like 50 points, or maybe even less than that. The difference between us being 200 and not in platinum is very small. That's why you need to have a good defense, because if you get couple losses at the end, then you're screwed, and if you don't get attacked, then you might get very high rank. Or never mind if you can get couple wins at the end, but if you actually want to go for top 20, then you actually need to do a long push and grind out for a while. All of these people have good defense teams, and basically nobody else attacks them except the other people in top 20. Anyway, good luck. I hope other people are going for the plat push too, not just me. I think you guys are, because people usually post their pixels and usually everybody else pushing does better than me, to be honest. But 10 minutes, like, okay, you can't see it right now. So 10 minutes is the mark that I have been pushing for maybe the last, I want to say 3 or 4 times, probably 4 times. And before that I was experimenting doing 15 or 20 minutes, and 20 minutes is way too hard. If I do 20-minute push, I will guaranteed drop out of platinum at least once, but it could even be 2 times. I get back up and then I drop back down. If I do 50 minutes, I think I drop down right at the end, which is a horrible time. I think 10 minutes is good, but okay, let's go for 12 minutes today. Anyway, good luck everybody. Good luck for me too. I want to get top 50. I haven't gotten that in a while. I think I only got 1 top 50 on summer. And top 50 didn't used to be that big deal back in the day. Yeah, last week I didn't do stream or push at all. But this week we're gonna get a record. Let's see. No, not a record. I mean, we can't get a record, but we can like we can do record for this summer or something like that. Record for me would be finishing rank 1, and that's not gonna happen. Not today at least. It will be, you know, I'm still dreaming of finishing rank 1 at some point. I'm biding my time. I'm hoping for good RNG on champions and like pools and what Plarium releases. It will be super. It will be super cool to get one rank 1 finish. It will trigger some of my haters so bad. That's honestly, that's half of the motivation at this point. No, not just because I want to win, but those people would get so mad about it. But it's easier said than done. Should we hit this Harima team? Wait, it's a fuck. It's a literal clanmate. Fuck, that would not have been a good start for the video. Okay, this team we can take. Anyway, you guys didn't see that. I totally didn't almost hit a clanmate. His team looked choicy, but we avoided it. Okay, I don't think there's any other teams we wanna hit there. Okay, another one? Why am I seeing like these kind of... These don't really look like plat defense teams. Okay, I'm sure after the next refresh we're only gonna see those guard teams and we're not gonna see more of these, so I'm probably... If I'm smart here, we should attack most of these easy teams that we can see before we go for refresh. Even if there's a couple like iffy ones, we probably should do it. Okay, or do we have any of those anymore? Wukong team, do I want to hit this? I was about to have like a massive Achu. I had to fix that. As long as I don't get polymorphed on the Narses, I think this is a good matchup. Thank God I cancelled the auto and cancelled my sneezing, because I knew that this could go horribly wrong if the Wukong just got 1 turn. Now I think it's good, because I think it's not gonna target the Narses anymore. I can show the Narses stats, but like oh fuck. There went the Ludia passive, so Marichka can revive again. But oh fuck, I don't think we have enough damage to kill it with the A3. You can see all of my builds in the link in the description. There is a link to my optimizer. You can see all of my champion builds there, including masteries and everything. But we can talk, like, if you ask any questions about the builds after the reset is done, I can definitely like reply to all of the comments. I don't usually do the Monday streams, is all about the Platinum Arena. We're not gonna continue for like 5 hours after the reset ends, but I'm definitely gonna be here to answer any questions. Should we hit this team with like a... I was thinking about this before. This is kind of risky, but let's give it one go. Yeah, let's try this one battle. I thought about this before. If we go against a team like this with Galatur, with mod, I think we can do it. I usually don't hit these teams, but if they just have... okay, we could even polymorph it now. But okay, we're not gonna do it. Should I do it? Let's see if we have enough. Okay, we didn't. But he doesn't have lockout, he just has the Calatir passive. So I think we can just survive that with the mod passive, even if he gets it up, and I guess he was kind of slow. I couldn't hit this if he had a second lockout. Well, it's not over yet, but let's see. I think we're good, yeah. The Angora Life Harvest procced in, so I don't think we can lose anymore. Let's auto it to try to make it go faster. Okay, that was a little bit scary, but I still think we're good. Okay. Nice, nice. Normally I would be too scared to hit this. Should we try? Okay, let's try this guy too. Another similar matchup. We're kind of on uncharted territory here. There's no way anybody else is running like a mod offense team in Classic Arena. First of all, nobody has mod, and the people that could do it, they are like 1000 levels past running like a mod offense team. So we're kind of experimenting with things here. I thought about this team comp earlier in the week, but there was no teams that I could really try against it. I mean, I tried it a few times, but I haven't done like extensive testing with this strategy or anything like that, but I don't think... I don't see why this wouldn't work. As you can see, we had like 2 matches in a row basically with this idea. Yeah, mod is faster than my Narses, and that's all we need for this to work out. Damn, Taras is still doing insane nuke, and he didn't even have that many buffs on the team. Fuck. We're almost losing this one still. Fuck. That Taras not scaling from max HP, but original max HP, is the stupidest BS that Plarium has ever released. They should have fixed that bug like years ago, and they still refuse to do it. I will hold a grudge up till my grave about Taras and Marichka. They ruined the game, they have horrible designs, they have like insane bugs with them that break the game, and Plarium refuses to fix that. Should we hit this guy? This guy is a lot lower points, we're only gonna get 6 for this. You don't always want to hit these teams, but I think we can kill this one very fast, so let's go for a 6-point win. I would say that if you're looking at same level teams, you don't want to hit people that give you less than 10 points if you have comparable alternatives with 10 points available. But if we can kill this guy fast, then it will be worth. If we can do like one more win after this one, that's what I'm hoping for. But let's see. We have 2 minutes left. We need to end this one fast and get another fast win. Come on. Animations, go faster, please. Yeah, we had like a bunch of defense losses just now. I got to... Oh, fuck. Fuck. Yeah, this is what I was talking about before. Yeah, okay, fuck. We drop out of the plot just before the end. I shouldn't have pushed 12 minutes. I should have done the 10 minutes. That 2 extra minutes was too much. Okay, can we finish plot at least? Come on. Maybe we can do one more win after this battle. Maybe. But yeah, I got attacked like a bunch of times during the last 2 battles, and we lost like insane amount of points. Can we hit this guy? Okay, this is gonna be the last battle. Yeah, okay, next week I'm not gonna make this mistake again. No way I can do like a 12-minute push. 12 minutes is too much with my horrible defense team. What was I thinking pushing 2 minutes longer? It doesn't really sound like a lot. Oh fuck, we drop out again, dude. We're getting hit so many times. Fuck. Okay, there's no way I can get a win in 30 seconds. I think we missed it out today, boys. It sucks to suck, but my defense team just sucks balls. I keep crying about it, but for a reason. Okay, let's see the defense log after this battle. I wanna see how... Oh fuck, okay, I mean, I misclicked there. I thought the Armans was gonna come. Okay, it doesn't matter, we're already too late. I wonder how many times I got hit at the end. Yeah, I misclicked at the start, but it was already too slow and the reset already ended, so who cares? I hope you guys did better, unless I got one win at the end. There's no way I finished bad today. We were out for multiple minutes in a row. Even when I got back to Platinum, I got hit like multiple times after that and instantly dropped out during the next battle, so... I don't think that's really issue for me, Thomas, because if I'm in like the middle or low platinum, I can definitely beat those guys in defense, and I do get a lot of defense wins. It's only for me personally when I'm like top 20 or top 100 and I'm getting hit by the big boys, and it's not like the quantity of times I get hit is just too much. That's the biggest issue. Okay, there's no way I finished the plat. see this horrible defense log. Let's see. Yeah, this is what I mean. And yeah, if we go to the if we go to the old log, I'm winning against these low plat people. But if I'm too high at the end, then I'm gonna get massacred by the... Okay, that's not even that many hits. Like, it's like 1 minute over, so... That's like 12 attacks in the last 10 minutes. I mean, it's a lot, but sometimes I have gotten even hit more if I do longer pushes, of course. But it's basically 1 attack every 1 minute, which kind of negates my battles in offense. But also most of these attacks are condensed at the end, and that's how we get pushed out, even though we were like top 80 or something like that, and suddenly we're like 30 points out of platinum. But okay, let's take the gold 4 chest, or gold 5. I don't get why they ever put gold 5 in the game. I keep calling it gold 4, but I forget that we have gold 5 these days. Anyway, it's not that big deal. It doesn't matter at all, but it's a bit annoying that we lost it. Next week, maybe 8-minute push. Definitely not 12 minutes. But we're down to calculating specific minutes to find the perfect time to not get attacked. By the way, you guys were... Not you guys, but a couple people in the chat were saying that the manipulating the Hydra matchmaking is cheating. What we're doing here right now, like doing 10-minute push instead of 30-minute push, if you think manipulating normal CVC or Hydra CVC is cheating, this is the exact same thing. Like, should everybody be forced to do 30-minute push, or can you hit on your own pace? I mean, that's basically the same thing too. We're manipulating the matchmaking here. So if I do long push, I will get attacked a lot more. If I do short push, I will get attacked less, and if you time it properly, you might get your personal like highest possible rank if you hit your peak just before like other people start noticing you and attacking you more. Okay, so here is my wait, fuck. Okay, I screwed it up. I I thought I had other defense up. I don't think that's really... It's probably not that much worse than my other team. That I was supposed to have UDK instead of Marius. That's my defense, is what I've been running for a very long time. Haven't really been a lot of shifts. I think I was running Marius midweek and I forgot to put UDK back in. I don't think it makes any difference at all, to be honest, but probably it would be marginally slightly better. But normally my defense would be this with UDK. That's very outdated and not meta, to be fair. And also, the thing that people always ask me about, which you don't have up here right now, is that I always have my Angora as the aura instead of Armans. And normally when I do plat push, people ask, okay, I'm showing you exactly what I would run here. So normally people ask me after the plat push all the time, why do I put Angora lead instead of Armans? And the reason for that is that if both Narses and, or like, if I have multiple champions in my team dead, I used to disable the heal, but not anymore because of Narses. But if there's multiple champions in the team dead, and Angora has the single target revive, she's gonna revive the champion first in the team order, not specifically Narses, and she's gonna revive the other champions with 75% turn meter, and Narses with 100%. And if he gets a nuke, he might one-shot the enemy team and so on. So it's better to, if you run Narses defense, it's better to run Angora as the lead, or even Narses as the lead if you want to, but you don't want to have other champions in the party order before Narses apart from Angora. That's the actual defense that I would normally run, but I guess I forgot to put it on. Anyway, let's see on the Discord what people got. I always shield for this. I'm not really doing it just for the shielding, but we have a channel in my Discord where you can get a shiny rank if you nice picture, if you post your plat push. Dian was the guy who was carrying our clan in Hydra class. But yeah, I didn't make it today. A little bit, it sucks, but I'm used to it. Next time you guys ask me why I'm only pushing for 10 minutes and not more than that, you will know the reason. Oh fuck. The camera is totally in the middle. That's what I was talking about before with the looking at the items and camera blocking them too. But we need to have like a good spot in. They need to make like a streamer only UI for raid where you can make a spot in the screen where you don't have anything important. I wish I could change the position of the items if you look at them in the game, so that it's not where my camera is. Anyway, I guess today was a little bit tail. Live Arena was too, like, we were doing super good at the start. There was a massive win streak, but we did horribly at the end. Well, some of these matches were super close, but even still. Oh, did the tournament end? Let's see, did that guy get 10k or did somebody try to snipe him at the end? Wait, it's not over yet. Did it already end for you? For me, there's like 30 minutes left of the tournament. Somebody say in the chat, did the tournament already end for you guys? Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, I do have some scenes, but I don't really use them a lot. And it's not like you know, normally it's best to have the camera in the bottom left corner. But then if I quickly show some champions, if somebody asks me about items or whatever, like where is the Marius? I forget to I forget to switch it back up, and then the bottom left corner is not visible. It's kind of, you know, in the heat of the moment I forget it because you need to shuffle it around. Okay, so I guess the tournaments are already slightly different times. I know it's like that for the Hydra Clash, but I didn't know it was for normal tournaments that way too. Yeah, for me it's 27 minutes. Anyway, any questions or any roasting about my gold 4 finish? Now is great time to put it out. I need to do my daily stuff, and then I need to do actual, like, my real life work stuff. So, like, not talking about YouTube videos. I'm talking about, like, I need to do some stuff in, like, I need to tomorrow 8 AM is like the closing time to some university stuff that I need to get done for the week, so I need to work on that. Maybe Friday stream, maybe this week I'll have a Friday stream. We'll see about that. But Monday I can't do a long stream. I need to do other stuff. I'm sure you guys are busy too, and half of the people, if not more, are like watching the streams during their work. People often tell that to me in comments or DMs, that they watch my videos when they're working on their off screen or something like that. I guess there's a lot of, you know, people that play Raid, especially the people in endgame. They are not like in their early 20s or teens usually. It's like people in their 30s, 40s and 50s, and I think like from my personal anecdotal experiences talking with people, like either they work on computers or they travel a lot, and that's the reasons why they tend to play Raid, and that's the reasons why they watch my videos too, because you do that stuff while you're doing other things, which makes sense. I always, you know, listen to some podcast while I'm doing some stuff too. Like I always have multiple things going on my screens. By the way, I'm super curious. Christos Papanikopoulos, what language is that? Are you like are you from Greece? Like what country's name is that? Papanikopoulos. That almost sounds like some of my relatives' names that are from Cyprus. Is that like a Greek name or something like that? I know I'm sure I butchered the surname, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay, Greece. Yeah, I can't speak Greece, but my mother does, and like half of my family is from Cyprus. And my father is from Cyprus. I used to have a very, I mean, not very, but I used to have a Greek name too. Now I have more like international name, but my name used to be very Greek. I mean, it was a Greek name, I guess. It does, you know, I often feel like I'm not very good at talking. Like, I watch somebody like Ash, and obviously, you know, he's very good at what he does. He could, I'm sure he could be like on TV or be a radio personality or something like that. I don't think I really have the public speaking skills of the actual content creators. I definitely have things to say and I have opinions, but never mind like the actual English speaking and pronunciation, just the general public speaking skills. I think I'm nowhere close to the people that actually do it properly. I mean, I'm of course trying to, you know, get better at it, but, you know, I kind of feel very self-conscious about that I'm not good at it. I think when I started making raid videos, especially then when I was finishing high in Classic Arena, if I was very good at speaking, I think my videos could have done even better. Now I am definitely better at speaking, but I'm still like trillion times worse than like Ash or Noobs or those people. Well, I appreciate you saying that. I guess it's, you know, when I edit videos and I hear my own voice, I feel very embarrassed about it and it sounds horrible and I can't, you know, I keep mumbling, I keep, you know, my voice is crackling and I can't, I keep saying like and thinking about things, and for me, I hate when I listen to my own voice and videos, but I know that it's like a psychological thing and most people can't stand their own voice. Also, I feel like I sound totally different in real life than on my videos, and I think a lot of it has to do, of course, with the microphone and sound settings, but I think also my apartment, like I need to get those sound foams on the walls. I'm kind of like in a cave here. You can't see it properly, but maybe I can move my camera a little bit so that you can see. Give me a sec. I can't move it a lot more than that because it's kind of mounted there. But basically I'm like in a box here, like there's like walls on every side of me. Or not every side, but in the right side and in front of me, there's like a wall. And then there's like, the ceiling is very low here too. Or there's like a middle ceiling in this room. And it has like echo and it's horrible for videos. I think I sound way better in real life than in my videos, and especially, you know, when I'm speaking my original language. Okay, fuck it. Should I remove that? Like, so you guys know when, like, right now I have the microphone stand. Like, I have the same thing for camera, and there's like multiple cords in camera, and it's mounted in the stand. It's super annoying to remove it, but maybe I can do it for a second. So I'm looking at my screen, my room, how messy it is, but it's not really that messy. Maybe I can move it and show it a little bit. Yeah, as you can see, it's kind of horribly mounted there on the wall, so it's kind of hard to remove it. But just so you get, like, there's the ceiling, it's very close to me, and there's the wall. So I have like massive echo here. It makes the voice sound very different than it does in real life. Okay, my bad, it was kind of hard to put it back up, but you get my point. I hope that it didn't sound horrible when I was doing it. It's mounted in between like two screens, and it's very hard to like touch it. It's very tight space where the camera is. My bad about that. Let's see if I can find like picture of my setup. I sent it to Final Kenpachi a while ago. I have improved it a little bit, but I should find the picture. Final Kenpachi DMs have been like a sticky note for me, because a couple times people ask my setup, and I always look it up from his messages with him, because I remember I showed it to him. It's a little bit different now, I updated it a little bit, but this is basically my setup that you can see now. It's kind of new, I got it just a while ago, and I have been adjusting it ever since I got it. By the way, I hate ASMR. In case you guys haven't heard about that on videos, if I watch some video, and some like stream or video or whatever, and somebody is doing ASMR like accidentally or as a meme, I instantly close the video. I can't stand ASMR. Like I know some people unironically like it. For me, it's like somebody's shooting like bullets in my brain. I wanna end my life when I hear ASMR. I can't stand it. Anyway, what do you think about my setup? That plushie that you can see on the microphone stand, that's the one that they sent to every CC from Larium. And yeah, you can't really see it that well on the screen there, but let me zoom it. So, like, you can see that the camera is in the middle between the two screens, but basically it's on the similar stand as the microphone. So it's very good. It has like, I have gotten it in like a perfect spot and angle. Actually right now the angle is a bit screwed because I didn't put it up correctly. But it has a good spot and angle. The main issue is that I basically can't touch the camera or remove it at all. There's like two different cables attached to it. The other one is the like battery, and the other one is that it connects it to the computer and video, and I can't remove either one of those. It doesn't have any battery in it, or it does, but it's like a special kind of battery that is connected with the cable so that you never run out of battery and it doesn't overheat. And it's like you need it basically for streaming, but when I have that battery up, I can't really remove it or like use it for anything else. But I'm not really the type of guy to take camera pictures or take camera with me everywhere, so not like I need it. I got it specifically for the videos, but if I want to get it somewhere, it's a little bit hassle. Anyway, now you know. What lens do I have? By the way, if there's any people that are experts on like audio and video stuff, hit me up. You know, I want to fix my audio on my on my recording and so on, and I always struggle with the camera settings and so on. But as far as the camera lens, it's a 50mm lens. I think it's like a cheap one. I don't know if I really need to buy a better one. I think it's fine, but basically the camera that I have, which is like a Sony CV-E10, which is a popular cheaper camera for YouTube, that one it cost like 800 as a brand new, and I think the camera lens is like 350 as brand new. And I bought mine used, but it was like somebody that basically bought it and never used it, and it cost me 550 for both the camera and the lens. Like, I got them as a package, and because I already got the lens, I never, or at least yet, I didn't consider getting a better one. But I do know that this lens is kind of on the cheaper side, and I probably if I were to get a lens, I would want to get one with again, I'm not I'm not good with the camera lingo and the experts, but there's the like you have those numbers, like how much it zooms, and it would be better if it was like a wider one that had like a smaller number on it, specifically for like close-ups or for YouTube videos. If I were to get one, I would get another one, not the 50 milliliter, but another one. I don't know if it's a 50 milliliter, but 50 something, 50 mil something. Anyway, you know, so yeah, left monitor is not really for a chat, but it's for like OBS. So I see the chat in there too. Actually, I'm looking right now the chat from the top screen just because it's bigger. But on the left screen, I have like the controlling software for the video, so I could do the scenes and adjust the camera zoom or the music and audio and many different things. I can basically adjust everything in relation to the video or the stream, and then on the top screen I can just put whatever, and let's say that I open like Hell Hades Optimizer. Maybe I don't have to dox myself every time, or not dox myself, but maybe I don't have to show my email address every time I open a web browser or some kind of application. So basically whatever I look before I want to show it to you guys, I have it on the top screen. I don't think you really need 3 screens for normal everyday use. I've been using 2 screens since like, who knows, I can't even remember when, probably like 15 years. I've never had 3 screens until recently, and I wanted the 3rd screen specifically for videos, and even more so for the streams rather than the videos. On the videos you can kind of get away with 2 screens if you just edit it out afterwards, but it's definitely almost needed or very practical to have 3 screens, and I feel like you almost need it for streaming, or you're gonna like dox yourself every time you do one. But yeah, I like my setup. I think I have a very nice setup now. I kind of basically didn't have any setup at all. I didn't have a camera or anything, and now I pretty much got like a full setup, you know, on the summer. So I don't think I really need to upgrade it anymore, other than the sound foam that I already ordered. But I think there's definitely, I could work like the small details, like the microphone settings and the camera settings, and maybe get a better lens. I'm actually thinking about it, but it's not that big deal. Not unless my channel grows a lot and I start doing more serious content, but I think it's good enough for raid videos. I do like how it visually looks now. It's way better than it used to be. I don't know about you guys, this is again, you know, very personal, so I'm sure it wasn't even as bad as it is in my head, but I feel like people say, like, when you think about if you want to get better web camera or camera, they say that it doesn't make difference, but I think if you have like a crappy camera, it makes you look a lot more ugly. And I know I'm not like a female, so why do I really care about it that much? But I feel like I look like what's the word? Fatter. I look more fat with like web camera or worse camera, or even just worse settings on my current camera, or if I don't run it on 4K, which it is right now. I just look a lot more fatter and uglier, and it's way better if the camera settings are actually like proper. Not that it's that big deal, but you know, it's like self-confidence thing, so it's not like you want to look horrible on your videos. I mean, I'm not the type of guy to like put a lot of effort on my personal appearance. Like, I don't like, you know, I don't do any cosmetic stuff. I don't even use any kind of creams or hair gels or anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I don't put a lot of effort in my personal appearance. I think the normal appearance is just fine. But if you have like horrible camera, you actually look way worse than you do in real life. That's the same with the microphone too. Like, I'm still saying that I think I sound way better in real life than on my videos. I think on real life, especially if I speak Finnish, I have a good voice. I think when I speak English, it's kind of so and so. Like, obviously, Drog has like 200 million times better voice than me. He has a lot, you know, what's the word? He has like the type of radio voice that you would like to listen to. And I think if I speak Finnish, my voice is actually kind of like that. But for some reason, the tone of my voice is completely different if I speak English. My voice sounds a lot manlier if I speak Finnish. I know that's kind of cringe thing to say, but it's actually true. Now you know. You can't. What's the thing that Kamala Harris keeps saying? You can't know what's known or something like that. You can't unknow this anymore. What is known you can't unknow anymore. Something along those lines. What do you want to test? Wait, what do I almost said I was gonna say something in Finnish and I was gonna introduce myself and probably I shouldn't. Ehkä mun ei kannata sanoa mun oikeeta nimeä. Meinasin sanoa mikä mun nimi on suomeksi. Jengi kyllä tietää mikä mun nimi on, mutta ehkä mä en sano sitä videolla. Ainakaan tarkoituksella. Se ei ole vaan se ääni, vaan se on tää miten tää mikrofoni ottaa mun äänen. Se kuulostaa erilaiselta videolla kuin miltä se kuulostaa huoneessa. Ja iso osa siitä on toi kaikuminen, mikä täällä huoneessa on. Anyway, I don't know if it sounds completely the same for you guys, but that's what it was. Like I said, I think it has a lot of to do with my room and the echo and the microphone settings, but I am very self-conscious about it. What do you mean backyardigans? You don't have to sugarcoat, just say what you mean. I think you meant some kind of insult, but I have no idea what you were implying there. Like, also I cry about this all the time on live arena videos when I struggle with some specific word, but if you guys don't know, in Finnish you always pronounce all of the letters the exact same way. There's no like, you don't pronounce them differently because that's how it works with that word. It's a lot easier and simpler. English is kind of annoying language to try speak as Finnish person. Yeah, like Finnish is actually not even remotely similar to English at all. It's completely different. Like the same letters are pronounced differently and just the system of the language is like not even close to English. Wait, Leadfoot. I think there was multiple of those, because were you the... Okay, I don't want to say the city, but were you the guy who used to work in Finland but you just moved out like this year? What was that you? I think there was multiple of those people, so I don't know if I'm conflating you with somebody. There was somebody... Well, there was multiple people, but there was somebody that I was talking with that lived here and he just moved out and his wife is still living here for like a couple of months or something like that. Was that you? That was working for like a Finnish company. I'm not gonna say name, but... Anyway, I would kind of want to move out from Finland for a couple years. I'm seriously considering doing that in like after a few years, but we'll see about it when we get there. But I know multiple people that lived a couple years in some cheap countries, and that kind of sounds like it would be fun to do. I'm not really tied up to anything, especially after I'm done with university. Would be kind of fun to live in like Vietnam or something for a few years. It will be super cheap too. That will be kind of the part of the reason. Wait, what did I have left? Well, I like saunas, but I'm not like super traditional person. Where I live right now, I mean, there's a like I live in like a flat, not like a personal house. In this flat there is sauna, but I don't have like personal sauna in my apartment. It's not like I go to sauna every day. If I were to live in a house, I probably would go a lot more often. But I'm not like that attached to saunas. I do use it if it's there, but I don't need it. I think it will be super fun to live in a country where you can go out with t-shirt, not like Finland where you need to put like 2 different trousers and like 2 shirts and a jacket and a hoodie to go outside. I think it would be fun change to live in a country where sauna is up all the time, basically. Finland is very nice for like 2 months of the year, and rest of the year is winter. So and the 2 months is just up. Like it's almost okay outside right now. I can definitely walk to the store, but if I do it late, it's gonna be cold, and in like a month, it's gonna be like, you know, freezing weather, and it's gonna be so much snow that I can't even walk outside like I used to. Oh fuck, did I do the wrong dungeon? Which RuneScape streamers are you talking about? Like Monni? Like I said, if I had my own house, I probably would go almost every day. And actually, when I started making videos, if anybody remembers my old setup, which looked like I was streaming from a sauna, and I was streaming like from the bottom floor of like my my grandfather's cottage, let's say. It's not really a cottage, I mean, it's cottage, but it's like a big house. It's his summer house, let's say. I was streaming like outside of the sauna. Like there's a sauna in like the ground floor of that building, or I don't know if ground floor is the right word. It's like underground floor. There's a sauna there, and my PC was just like in the room outside of the sauna. And I often like, you know, go to shower, but also sauna before I make a video. And I used to do that all the time before videos. But I don't really know any other Finnish RuneScape streamers outside of Monni, and I think you're probably referring to Monni. I mean, I'm sure he has his own. I think he lives somewhere like on the countryside. He definitely has sauna, or maybe couple saunas. In Finland, it's very normal that you have one outside sauna and one inside sauna. Usually you have like electric sauna in your apartment, and then you have like a wood sauna outside, and it's like its own building. My parents have that too, and like, you know, my grandfather has that too. I think most people with their own house, or maybe not most people, but it's very normal that you have 2 saunas. By the way, what do you think about my my scuffed team for the new dungeon? I'm sure there's more meta teams for it. I'm gonna be 100% level with you guys. I literally have not looked up a single video or guide about the like the teams for the bosses. I haven't looked at it at all. I don't think my team is kind of fast. I'm sure I could make a lot faster team for this, but the it's not gonna be about the time that it takes for me to kill it anyway. It's gonna be about the energy. But maybe my team looks very funny and weird to you guys. I don't know. It works. It definitely works. But I haven't looked up to the meta on this boss at all. All I know is that this team wins. I'm not gonna lose, but I'm sure you could do it faster. Actually, I think just my Gnut might be missing some gear right now. I think I stole some items from him, like on the weekend. Maybe. Did I put them back up? Maybe I put like some verse. Yeah, okay, he has some items on. It's definitely not the build he was on, but he's scared. Dude, I hate these missions when they... Like, I guess it makes sense that there's gonna be daily quests, but do they have to be so annoying that you don't accidentally do them, like, anyway? Like, you have to go out of your way to find a team with less player power than you in Tag Team Arena, or you need to use every affinity in Classic Arena. It's super annoying and tedious to always do this. It's not big deal, but why do we have to have them? I could change my Nuker, but I feel like Knut is probably better than Marius. I mean, Knut does more damage with his Nuke, but he was a little bit faster. Like, I think that run was slower than they are usually for me, and I just triggered him, so it probably would have been faster before. We can double check. My Artak isn't geared at all, and I probably should have him geared for... Well, actually, let me double check. I keep gearing and de-gearing Artak if I want to use him. Yeah, if I want to use him in like Ice Golem or Chaos City or something, he kind of he loses his gear all the time. I don't think I want to gear him specifically for that dungeon, unless I use the same build for other stuff. But let's try it with Marius. It does make sense, because Marius is kind of good nuker that you can use him in every PvE content in his PvP build. And you don't really need any like defense or crit damage on him. It's all about the speed anyway. Yeah, I know, I've had Artak in Regen, but for some content you need more accuracy than others, and I kind of keep going back and forth in his gear and stealing it to other champions. I think I only have like one high resistance regen set, and I've had that on him, but I don't... I think a couple of those pieces are on other people right now. I think it's around the same speed right now. Maybe this is actually slower than the last run. Probably no difference though. Like, I'm sure both of these teams are gonna win. Maybe I could do a team setup with both of them if I want to make some kind of speedrun. Okay, actually this is turning out to be a little bit slower than the last battle. Anyway, like I said, it's not about the length of time, it's about the energy, and I really need chaos dust, so I kind of hate that the boss is time limited. I'm expecting that they will probably pull out some, you know, marketing trickery like they did with the Ratalos set, that like, watch out guys, here is a crazy new nuke set, it's gonna be limited time, you can never get it again after this Ratalos event, and then they rename the set and you can always get it from the rotational Forge Pass. So I'm assuming that probably we will get the same dungeon with like different bosses in future, but they are saying that we're not gonna get this dungeon again, so I don't know what to think about it. I mean, right now I kind of would want to farm Sand Devil and Shogun, but if we're not able to farm this dungeon after a month, I might regret it big time. Maybe you guys know something about that I don't. Yeah, I probably should do it in the boss battle. I'm sure you're right. I mean, it would only make the difference for like the first nuke, but in that boss battle where it's not gonna last that long anyway, it probably would have been the right choice. Like I said, I didn't really think about it, I just tried because was it Leadfoot who mentioned it? By the way, Singapore is definitely not in my list of destinations that I'm considering. I'm specifically thinking about cheap countries like Vietnam and Thailand and Sri Lanka and so on. Definitely not Singapore, and not countries like India or like anything. Not Japan, not India, not Korea, not Singapore, not the expensive countries, and not the countries where it would be scary to live in. But something like Vietnam or Thailand or Sri Lanka. I think I know people that live in all three of those countries. I'm sure there is other ones too, but those three specifically, I know Finnish and European people that used to live or are living in those. Thailand is nice, but there's some very bad, stereotypes about Thailand, and there's also, even though it's kind of very, it's a weird country, it's kind of very family friendly and safe, but then there is also, drugs and, I don't know what words I can use, but you know what Thailand is famous for, that kind of tourism, like that, and drugs are a little bit scary for me, which is why I'm thinking that maybe Vietnam would be the better choice, but people kind of keep arguing for both of those two. Also, I had like a friend from school who their family moved into Sri Lanka, like this is a long time ago, like their mother got remarried and they moved there, and they were also liking that place a lot. But basically, some safe and cheap place where I could maybe chill out for couple of years and do some raid videos and other like internet or work where I can basically live in any country. That's why I'm thinking those options. If I were to move Thailand, I definitely wouldn't move to like Bangkok or those type of places. Probably some like a little bit more countryside city. Something like that. And not like permanently, but for a few years. Wait, James Fox, do you live in India or have you lived there? I think, for me personally, I think India is a little bit scary country. I mean, I guess Thailand government has also their own issues, and they have a lot of protesting, and people don't like the the king there, but I've also heard lots of like scary stuff about the India, and I don't know how safe it is for Westerners to live there. I mean, people have done it and do it all the time, but I would be afraid of like getting robbed and getting extorted. I mean, I'm not like a super big and scary guy. I don't know if I would be able to like prosper there. I would be less afraid of getting mocked by like Thailand ladyboys than some Indian people, even though Thailand has their own things. But I think it has like a reputation of being more safe and family-friendly country, which is kind of ironic for that reason, but I guess it does. Yeah, I'm not focusing on any of the tournaments or events right now. We just looked at the Odin tournament, but I didn't even look at the other ones at all. Yeah, after 2 hours of stream, the voice is finally starting to crackle up a bit. It almost sounded too good for a while. Like I said, I'm very self-conscious about my voice, and I keep cracking my voice on videos. It's a little bit embarrassing. And like, my voice doesn't crackle if I speak Finnish. It only does when I speak English, and it's because I have to make some like unnatural I don't know how you say it, unnatural sounds that I'm not used to. I don't get this issue if I speak Finnish. I'm forcing my mouth muscles to behave in unnatural ways or something like that. Wait, so Leadfoot, have you lived in any other countries? You didn't live in India, right? I think, like, sorry if I don't remember, but I've spoken with so many raid people, and I think quite many raid people live in other countries. Like, we have like multiple clan mates that live in like, let me think about it. Korea, Sweden, Thailand, I'm gonna forget the countries, but in our clan specifically, there's multiple Western people that live in like other countries, and other raid people too. Like there's so many raid people that I know that they live some. Oh yeah, you said Singapore. Okay, yeah. Wait, so were you Singapore for like work? I guess. I think there's a lot of people playing raid that travel for work too. There was many like that in Mad, and I know like one Finnish person for instance. It's kind of funny to say that he lives in Africa. I don't recall what specific country he lives in Africa. Pretty sure it's South Africa, but he lives somewhere in Africa, like for work too. And I know a couple American raid players that lived or used to live in Finland for work. I know a couple people that live in Sweden that are either American or Russian. I guess that's the kind of player base that raid has. Dude, I have never been to Japan. I want to visit there. You already, when I was messing up with the camera, you already saw I have like Berserk shirt on. I'm obviously, you know, been watching anime since I was a little kid. Like even like the, you know, the like 80s and 70s anime, like that was old when I was a kid. I used to watch that a lot, and I have never been to Japan. I feel like I must visit it at least one time. One time in my life. It's a little bit weird that I haven't visited. I was actually talking with, you know, my brother and my parents if we would have visited it last year, but it never happened. I know that Japan is very expensive country, so I don't know if I would really want to live there, and they have a lot of, you know, Westerners living there. I think some, you know, countryside of like cheap country like Vietnam would be would be the way to go for me. I'm not thinking about like living in like Tokyo or anything like that. Well, I wouldn't say I'm not like I mean, I'm a weep if you want to say it, but I'm not like I mean, it's not like I bring it up all the time. It's not like I watch animes every day. I used to do it a lot more when I was a child, but I do still watch it. I do still read manga. If you look the number of shows and series that I have seen or read in my lifetime, it's probably like insane amount of number. But definitely I used to do it a lot more like before than I'm doing right now. But yeah, I don't think it's, you know, obviously anime has kind of a little bit bad reputation, that there's many people who dislike it, but I don't think, you know, even though Raid has like kind of Western realistic graphics, not like the kind of cartoonish anime graphics that you often see in gacha games, but even despite that, I don't think, you know, there's a lot of weebs playing Raid, and I don't think people take that much issue with it. Like, especially in real life, I feel like in Finland, anime does have a little bit bad stigma, and there's many people who wouldn't like it, but I don't think it's as bad on the internet. I have never been to like any like anime like cons or festivals or anything like that, so it depends, you know. I'm not like that big weeb, but if we look at the sheer quantity of shows that I have seen in my life, it would be an insane amount. Like, you know, I was literally watching anime shows when I was like 8 years old or whatever, so it does add up. And I have seen like all of the old classic shows, like pretty much you name any big anime and I have probably seen it, unless it's in like the last couple of years. I still do watch them, but I feel like they're not as good as they used to be. Like back in the day, they used to make a lot more like story-driven animes, and it used to be a lot about, you know, like there was like dramas, maybe some conspiracy theory, maybe like a revenge story that somebody did wrong to like somebody, and then it's like his life purpose to like right that wrong or kill the guy that killed their parents or something like that. There used to be very like that kind of stories back in the day, and I feel like these days anime is about like somebody was transferred to like another world and now they're playing like RPG game in real life and they are like stronger than God is, and it's not as fun as it used to be. Like people like main characters used to die, people used to have like the stories used to be, I feel, more sad and more adult oriented. I feel like even the children's shows in like 80s and 90s and 70s, you know, people used to permanently die in those shows, and they used to show a lot of things that would never happen in children's shows these days. And that's the shows that I grew up watching. What's my favorite anime? Wait, what's AOT? Spell that out. I don't know what that stands for. It's kind of hard to say what's my favorite anime because there's many different genres, and I feel like often when I see a really good show, for some time that show is my favorite show, and then when I see another one it kind of, you know, changes. And I'm gonna forget some shows that I definitely would say my favorites if you bring them up. But let's say stuff like Gintama. It's like a comedy show. It's not really like Attack on Titan. Let me think. Gintama, Code Geass, Death Note, Kaiji the Ultimate Survivor. What else? I mean, there's so many. Of course, I have seen One Piece. I think there's maybe like 3 years since I've seen the last One Piece episode, but I always take a break from it and then I start watching it again because it goes so slowly. But Rainbow is one of my favorite shows. I had like a Chinese roommate that was like exchange student. Let me show you. And he doesn't really watch anime, or I guess he does now, but he used to, Chinese people like to make movies about all of the old good anime shows, and he had seen many of the anime movies, like real life movies made by Chinese people, and then we watched a couple anime shows because he was kind of curious. When he saw this one, he liked this one a lot. Like, this is old anime, you have probably never heard about it. This is insanely, you know, I was just talking about them being adult oriented. This show would never be made in a Western country. You might not get a lot out of this picture. By the way, I recommend you to watch it. If you don't like anime, but you want to give anime a go, watch this show. This is like the best anime for people that don't like anime. But if you can't stand like some like proper like proper drama, then this is probably not for you. This is like thriller. It's like a survival story of group of people after let's see, what year was this made? 2010, so not that long ago, but like 14 years ago. But it's like a group of young people. This story takes like many years, but it's a group of young people that are in like a youth prison, and they are there for different reasons, but basically they are not like career criminals. Some of them might be like small-time criminals, or they are there because they got framed or whatever, but they're not like bad people. But the other people in prison are bad, or some of them. And how can I speak about this without getting like my stream deleted? But let's say that the prison guards are doing some bad things there. Very bad things happen. Like the doctor is like I can't say what. He does something criminal that has to do with acts with other members of the same gender. He does that to them. It's like a survival story of them fighting back the prison system, and how they help each other during the prison and after they get out of the prison. This was a really good show. I recommend it. By the way, has anyone seen in the comments or in the chat, has anyone seen Rainbow? This is one of those shows that everybody that has seen it really likes it, but if I speak with other weebs, like 99% of time, they have never heard about this show. But yeah, this is the type of shows I'm into. I'm more maybe into like thrillers and, you know, mystery and that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I have of course seen Parasite. I would say that, I guess Parasite is like a thriller. I think if you like Parasite, then you probably will like the other shows that I mentioned, like Code Geass, Death Note, Kaichi the Ultimate Survivor. I'm sure you will like all of those if you like Parasite. And Rainbow. Yeah, I'm warning you though, Leadfoot. Rainbow is super good anime. It has like actual like plot and a story. It has some scenes that some people might not be into. Like I said, I don't think I can even say those words. But there is crime, all sorts of crime on that show, including of the including the sexual nature, and it's not in the way that you usually see it in the show. So let's put it that way. There's kind of reverse of that, and then there's also like same gender version of that thing. Those are usually not something that you see in the shows, but that shows has both of them. Like male to male, like sexual like crime, and then female to male sexual crime. You see that in that show. No, it's not like the theme of that show, but that happens to the main characters in that show. Yeah, of course I have seen Hellsing Ultimate too. But by the way, if you like Hellsing Ultimate, there's a really good parody show about it. I don't recall what's it called, but it's the parody of Hellsing Ultimate is almost better than the original Hellsing Ultimate. Let me find it too. Yeah, this one from Team 4 Star. if you have seen Hellsing Ultimate and you haven't seen this parody, you need to watch it. Like, even if you haven't seen it, like this parody is like better than the actual show. It's insanely good. Okay, playlists. Can we see it here? I probably can't really play it on the video, but just Google Hellsing Ultimate like Abri's parody. This is insanely good. These are like, you know, full-length parodies and voice acted, and they kind of alter the story but keep it in the same way. This is insanely good. Insanely good. Imagine doing like a parody of like anime on YouTube, and you have... Oh fuck, I clicked it. And you have 23 million views on like a parody of anime show. Like, this is like better than the actual like series. Think about that. How can you have 23 million views on parody? Yeah, go watch this one. Okay, but now I'm thinking, what are other good animes? I'm gonna forget many of them, because many of the animes that I have seen, like many of my favorite ones, they are usually made in like the early 2000s, or... Yeah, I feel like early 2000s was like the golden age of anime shows. Many of my favorite ones I saw maybe like 10-15 years ago. Okay, this is probably not the best anime, but it's a very controversial one. Is anyone familiar with anime called School Days? Those who know knows, but this is like very infamous one. The name sounds very very normal, but it's not a normal show. Does anyone know what this is about? Let me find it. It's super long time since I saw it, but this used to be so controversial. Wait, Blackbird, you have seen School Days. This is like an insane story. Like, this is I don't know what you would call this one. Well, it's like a psychological thriller, but it takes things to next level. If you're mildly curious, even though it has like super low rating on my anime list, as you can see. Wait, where can I see the full score? I remember this has been talked about before. That can we see it here? Even though the score is low, like you saw that the average is 5.5. That's with, you know, there's a lot of like high points for this show, but there's also tons of very low points. Some people can't watch it, and some people think this is like maybe hilarious is not the right word, but let's just say that without spoiling the plot, because this is all about the plot. But this is like a parody of like high school romance comedies, which is like a big thing in anime. But this is not in the way that you think about parodies. This is not like a funny parody. This is like them taking it to the next level, and how high school romance comedy could play out in real life in the worst possible way. I wouldn't say that this is my favorite show, for sure. I can't say it. It's gonna spoil the plot if I say why it is. You should watch it if you're into like thrillers and psychological anime, but if you can't handle the heat, you shouldn't watch this. This one has everything in it. It starts out as a normal school romance comedy, but it doesn't end that way. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But it's a very interesting one when I watched it, and I used to talk about this show a lot, but it's probably like more than 15 years ago. I probably saw this show when it was like the same year that it was released, I think. I was probably way too young to watch this show, to be honest. I was like 15 at the time. I have seen that show. I think that show has like multiple different animes, right? I think there's like multiple different. I haven't seen all of them. I have seen maybe like one of them or something like that. Unless I'm confusing. Is that the one about boxing? Let's see. Okay, maybe I'm thinking about different show. This is not the one that I'm thinking about. Yeah, I have seen Hunter x Hunter too. What's the show that I'm thinking? Is it Hajime no Ippo? Yeah, I'm thinking about Hajime no Ippo. This is a super good show. It's not really my type of thing. Like sports anime is a big thing. Many people are into the sport shows. Not really my stuff, but this is like very good, like above average show, let's say. Many people are super into this one. Yeah, I thought you meant this show. I conflated it. This one too, I saw it like ages ago. I don't even remember when I saw it, but it's way more than 10 years ago. But yeah, wait. This is definitely my favorite comedy anime. It's by far the best one. Gintama. You should definitely watch it if you haven't heard about it. I think Gintama is one of those shows that it makes a lot of references to the pop culture in Japan and other animes. And if you haven't seen a lot of anime shows, half of the jokes will go, you will not understand them. And even if you have seen a lot of anime, you will still not understand big part of the jokes because it's all about like Japanese pop culture. But this is insanely good show. And this is not like super serious show. This is like a comedy. But the other ones that I talked about were a lot more serious than this one. I guess there's some kind of half serious episodes in this show, but always at the end they make a mockery out of it, and then it's not serious anymore. Okay, what are other good ones now that I think about it? Okay, here's another controversial one. So, speaking of school days, does anyone know this anime? Okay, I don't know how you pronounce it. Elfenlied. Elfenlied, I don't know how you say it. This one is probably pretty much as shocking as School Days, maybe even more shocking, honestly. Especially, like, if you wanna give a shot for this show, basically watch the, I think, like first 10 minutes of the first episode. If you can stand to watch the first 10 minutes, then you can watch the entire show. But if you watch the first 10 minutes, you might not be able to watch more. But this one is also very gory, very shocking. It's also like a psychological thriller. It's not the type of show that would ever be made in the modern era. It's a very good anime, but it's not for everybody. Has anyone else seen Elfenlied? Basically, like the girl in the picture. Again, I have seen this like super long time ago, so some of the details might elude me a little bit. But the girl in the picture is like a, let's say, like a human experiment, and it's not really, I don't think they even call her human in the show. And then it's all about, you know, government doing human experiments and trying to create new race or whatever. And then they escape and fight the government or something like that. But they depict they show it in the like the goriest and most like shocking possible way. Like they show her like growing up, and like her classmates are like strangling puppies or something like that to get to her, and then she does like massacres, let's put it that way. I don't want to spoil the plot too much, but that's what you're getting into if you watch this show. Definitely wouldn't see it these days. I'm kind of surprised that School Days was 5.5 and Elfenlied was 7.5. I would have thought that this would also have a very low score. But yeah, now you know. If you didn't already know that I'm a massive weeb, now you know. The thing is that, like I already said, I feel like most of the good shows were made like 10-20 years ago. I saw them, I used to be super into it. These days, good shows don't happen very often, not even every year. I do watch them if there's a good one, but I don't watch anime like every day or even every week. Which I used to do a lot. I used to watch it every day at some points in my life. I basically watched all of the good shows like 10 years ago, and now there's nothing to see. Anyway, I think we should end the stream. I need to do some real life stuff too, and Platinum Push ended like an hour ago, so we made it today a lot farther than I usually do on the Monday streams. Anime and the clan drama and the other stuff kind of kept me ranting about things, but I think I'm about done. But yeah, now the cat's out of the bag, you definitely know that I'm a massive weeb. Like I said, I'm like not reformed, but I'm like I'm a retired weeb. Maybe that's the better way to put it. I used to be super into it, and I'm still into it, but I don't really watch it. Anyway, that's it. Have a nice day and see ya.